Hey, welcome back to the podcast for North to North, everyone. We're on a little bit of a time crunch today because we're just getting this thing started off and we're broke. So we have about 12 minutes of recording time left in this
That's
monthly
right.
session. So we're going to keep this one pretty brief today, and maybe add some B-roll at the end just for shits and giggles. So Matt has a good topic that he wanted to go over today and a good story. So let's go ahead and start with that.
Yeah, so we'll kick it off with how my night has gone so far. So, kind of a normal day. So, I worked till 4 a.m. this morning, and then my daughter was off. Her daycare was closed today. So, I was forced to
Mhm.
watch my own kid for the day. But, um,
Poor
no,
Matt.
so, but I was
Sorry about
lucky
that.
that, Gabby moved back in. So she was here. So she could actually watch her while I slept for a little while. And then she was
Mhm.
fine all day. And like, every time I'd go up, I'd wake up from a nap and go upstairs, and she was eating, whatever
Mhm.
cereal, apple, whatever. And
Yeah.
then we all go for a normal Friday pizza, and then we come back, and she's just complaining, "My tummy hurts, my tummy hurts." And we're thinking, "Okay, you ate too much. Maybe you got to use the bathroom." She's like, "No, my tummy hurts," and we're like, "Okay, try this Pepto." She took the Pepto, and then
Mhm.
and then she starts really like saying, "My tummy hurts, my tummy hurts." And we're like, "Okay, maybe you got to use the bathroom. So come on, let's go inside." So we're,
Yeah.
we're, we're going to the bathroom. So she's standing next to the bathroom, the toilet. She's looking at me. We're joking around about something. And all of a sudden she's like, "Whoop." And I was like,
Oh
"Oh
no.
shit." And she's never
Oh
used the
no.
toilet before to throw up. She's never had
Yeah.
to. It's
Yeah.
always just been wherever, our bed, whatever. And so she's got this look, and I was like, uh, toilet, toilet, toilet. And she looks and she
Mm.
just goes, "Bleh," and like
Oh,
all into the toilet. Couple of them.
nice.
She was obviously in bad shape. And then,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and then we were trying to give her a bath after. And, I was running the bath, and I was like, "You're just a little sick. You got to get in the bathtub." And she's like, "I'm a lot sick, Daddy." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I guess you are." And so yeah, I had to then leave the house, and like, yeah, once we're back from pizza, I don't like to leave the house. Like, I'd like to kick back. I'm still
Yeah.
tired from last night, whatever.
Mhm.
So I got to run up to Walgreens and um, FaceTime Crystal while I'm up there, and you know, let her roam the aisles with me to get the right thing,
Mhm.
because I will always get the wrong thing. But I will say this: when we walked in, or when I walked in, they had
Mhm.
Holiday Road from Vacation playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I mean, that song is always going to lift your spirits no matter what. It's going to put
No
you in
matter
a
where
good
you
mood.
go.
Like, you could
Yeah.
hear people in the aisle next to me singing it, so
Holiday.
yeah, exactly. So I almost started singing it, but yeah,
You have
so that
to.
put me in a better mood. But then I got back. I guess she threw up before I got back, and then
Oh no.
yeah, and then Lydia's got her friends staying here, so they're being rowdy in the back, and then
Mhm.
but yeah, every sick like that. I mean that.
Mhm.
Any parent knows, like, having a sick kid is the worst, especially when they're like little and they don't know to use
Mhm.
the toilet to run to the
Yeah.
to the bathroom, where they just throw up in your bed and you're changing your sheets 3 nights or 3 times in a night. I
Yeah.
mean, you
That's the
dealt with
worst.
that, right? You got 3 kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've had a couple times where one or the other is really sick or whatnot. I think one of the most memorable times wasn't like they were sick because of like a virus or like their stomach flu or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. One time we ended up going up to Tahoe to we were going to go snowboarding or skiing. My kids do skiing, and we were going to go. They were going to ski and I'll snowboard or whatever. And so we stayed at my parents' timeshare the night before, so that way we didn't have to drive try to do a day trip up to Tahoe, which is like a 3 hour drive. We drove up there the night before and we're just going to stay overnight so we could go early up to the hill. And
Mm-hmm.
on that night, we got up there early enough. I told my son like, hey, let's go to the casinos because they have an arcade there, and like we'll go to the casinos and go play at the
Yeah, get
arcade,
your
right?
kid hooked on
Yeah,
the casinos at an early age. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's all the same, right? Arcade, the
arcade,
slot
slot
machine.
machine,
It's
whatever.
the same difference, right? You got to start them
Tennis
young.
quarters.
Yeah. And so we go to the casino, and in Tahoe, there's two, like the main casinos are on either side of the street. but there's like a walkway underneath us
Harvey's
that
and
you can go
Harris,
through.
right?
Harvey's and Harris, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we go to one arcade and we're there for a little while. And I was like, hey, there's one across the street, but you can go under the street. There's like a walkway to go through it. But you have to kind of cut through you have to cut through the entire casino to get to the underground walkway to go to
I've
the
been there.
casino.
Yeah.
And so while we were walking through there, it's like a Friday night in Tahoe, and it's popping in there. It's crazy packed, right? Everybody's smoking, so like
drinking,
it's just like as soon as you get into the casino floor, it's like a haze of smoke, right? And we're walking and walking. We go through one casino, we go to the other arcade, and we're playing there, and everything's fine. And then after all's said and done, we're done, playing the arcades or whatever, and it's time to like head back and go to bed. We have to walk all the way back through both casinos again because we had parked on the first one. So we're walking back through all that smoke again. And I just think he wasn't, because nobody in our house smokes, and he's never really been around smokers before because my parents don't smoke, or
and it's pretty rare now.
It's pretty rare, yeah. And in his extended family, basically any of our extended family, nobody really smokes, so he hasn't been around it. And so I think us being in the casino and just like the smoke everywhere, like messed with him. So we end up getting back to the hotel or the timeshare that my parents have, and we're all laying down in bed because we were going to just share a bed because there's not enough room. And so we're all in the same, me, my son, and also my daughter who was going on the skiing trip with us. We're all in like this, king size bed, and we're going to go to bed. And we're just laying there, and I can hear my son going, oh. And I was like, oh man, I was like, you all right? He's like, I don't know. I think the casinos, all the smoke. And because we had stayed up super late too, it was like, by that point, it was like midnight or something like that. And he doesn't usually stay up that late. And finally he just goes, oh no. And just starts puking all over me and the bed. And my daughter, who's on the other side of me, flips out. She's like, oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? Like, cause she just, it's pitch black in the room. So she can't even see it. And he's just going, and of course you can hear, that liquidy sound of just hitting the sheets. And it's just like, I don't even know how to, it's like, it's the worst sound in the world. And I can't even describe what the sound is, but it's just like that watery.
Any parent knows. Any parent knows.
Like that projectile vomit sound. And like, so I'm like, half of my side is just puke. Like the pajamas I was wearing were completely soaked. And so I jump out of bed, I like flip on the lights real quick, and he's still puking his guts out. So like I try to pick him up, run him to the bathroom, and so he can like finish in the sink. But by then it was like he was already pretty much done. And so my poor daughter though was like still like, oh no, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? And she was like, in fact she felt like she was more traumatized than he was. And but he, like, I just remember having puke all over my side. He had puked like all over himself. The whole sheets were puked on. So we, gave him a shower. I got in the shower, cleaned off, basically took off all the sheets. Luckily we could request extra bedding. So they sent us extra bedding and stuff like that. But like by that point, it was like 2 a.m. now by the time all was said and done. And it literally was like probably one of the worst experiences I ever had, just because I literally was puked on. In a bed.
That with her
while I was trying to sleep.
Growing up, and like, like just throwing up in the bed and then doing it like 3 times in a night.
Oh yeah.
And you just hear that sound. And it's not even like a stomach thing. It's like they were congested and couldn't get like the mucus out of them, and then just end up gagging and throwing up. But there was one time she got car sick. We were driving to Chicago, and she ate a whole bag of Doritos, like a big bag. And then she's sitting in the car seat. This is like a year ago. And she's getting stop and go in traffic. And I think she was reading or something in her coloring book. And then all of a sudden she just goes, and we're like, what? And we turn back and just see this like thick paste come out. And like, we had to go through the hotel with like the throw up on the car seat and everything, and like a busy Chicago hotel, and like, people are in the elevator and we're like, sorry. Just got up, and kids are the worst. That's what this all comes down to.
There you go. The basis of this story. Kids are the worst. What flavor Doritos was she eating?
Oh, Cool Ranch. That's all we
Oh,
buy.
Cool Ranch. That's all.
Yeah, Cool
Well,
Ranch. So
I
that's
want
all
to
you're
puke.
smelling
I want
is
to. Yeah.
Cool Ranch vomit. Like that's
I want
a
to puke just off the sound of Cool Ranch Doritos.
that's
Those
one of
things
those
are,
Jelly Belly.
man,
You
those
know,
things are
Jelly Belly
vile.
has those off flavors,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
booger and snot or
hmm
whatever. Yeah, they
yeah.
can have Jelly Belly, or they could do the Jelly Belly Cool Ranch vomit.
Cool Ranch
Yeah,
edition.
that's a
Ooh,
flavor.
that would be the worst. I think.
Well,
Just
hey,
all
we're
the
almost out of time. Actually, like we
yeah.
spent a lot more time than I thought on this. We didn't even
There we
need
go.
two topics, but
Yeah, I guess that
yeah,
we almost
we're
hit
missing
our
Jose
full hour.
tonight because of scheduling and
He's
that. He's got a lot going on, so
yeah, man's got a
um,
life. I mean,
he's
like
still
so.
on the wagon though, guys. He hasn't fallen off. That's not what this is about. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but
There we go.
yeah, we'll get it
That
going.
was,
I think we recycle on the time in 5 days, so we'll get another full episode out there. And I don't know, maybe if you guys get some more, promote us a little bit more, we'll get some funding and we can get some more hours in.
we need some more hours in. Until then, we'll be broke. And
Yeah.
if anything, I would love to start seeing, like some comments on like what other topics we can talk about, just like from the
Yeah,
viewers, like just even if it's one topic here, two topics here or there that we can
that
cover
would be
for
cool.
other
Give us
people.
something to talk about because
Yeah,
we're not always that creative. All right. Well, we
not
got to end
always,
it
but
before
sometimes.
I get charged any more money on this. So, all
There we go.
right. We'll talk to you guys
All
later.
right, have a
See
good
ya.
one.
I still gotta finish that Dahmer show. So after you guys were talking about that last time, I started watching it, but I'm only like halfway through it. Um, I got to the part where he finally got arrested, but that's like where I stopped. I need to finish it still.
Mm.
You should check out The Patient.
Oh, that's right.
Mm.
That's the one you said was what, Steve Carell or some shit.
I feel like that one's a lot better.
Is it?
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never watching that one.
Are you
But
are you up to date on it, Matt?
Yeah. Yeah. Just now.
I
is it
don't
a
know. I don't
series
know if he's
or a
gonna.
movie?
Yeah, no, series. I don't know if he's gonna make it out. I mean, he has to make it out because it's about him. You know what I mean? But
Something's got to something's got to happen where the dude gets caught. Otherwise, he's not making it out. There's no way.
we can't go too much into depth because Nina, you do have to check this one out, bro. It's a
No,
good
okay.
show.
It's not good at all. No, I will.
Hmm.
Yeah.
As soon as I finish Dahmer, I gotta power through Dahmer. Because I
You
already
got to
started
power
kind of
through
losing
Dahmer
interest.
and that Chinese food you got.
Yep. I'm actually almost already done. I'm pretty close.
I just finished my pizza.
With what? With power throughing Dahmer or that Chinese food?
Both of them.
Now, if you could have combined the two together, now we're talking masterpiece, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're talking math. So, did you get the Paul special, Matt?
No, so we're at the pizza place and I'm about to order.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked Crystal, I was like, "Hey, you want a combination?" She's like, "No, I don't want a combination." I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"What about this one?" And I name off the ingredients. She's like, "Oh, that sounds great." I was like, "Oh, that's the special." So which was a combination. So
Hmm.
fucking same thing. Like people can't get their shit together. Not even my wife. It's all a
Oh, funny.
combination.
Yeah. Yeah. You want the combo? No. You want the Paul special? Yeah, yeah, we'll get that.
Yep, we'll take that. So that's what we got.
Not bad,
Yeah.
fellas.
There you go. What's the name of the pizza place you go to?
Due North. They got a
Due
good
North.
deal. Yeah, so you get an extra large pizza, you get a cheesy breadstick plate or whatever, marinara. It's pretty good.
You
So
you get
Nice.
a pop with that too.
you get a pop. Oh yeah. You know
You
why?
get
You know why they call it a pop here?
why?
Hmm.
You leave a soda in a car in the winter. What do you think is going to happen?
Mm.
Pop.
Interesting.
So that's
I
why they
see.
call it a pop.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Everybody calls it a pop out here. So
Got to get you your pop, man. You know.
yeah.
Mm.
I honestly I want to start calling it pop now.
No,
So
my God.
I'm close to
No.
it. I'm close to it.
What
Yeah.
else? What else do we got over there, bro? What other differences can you think
Mhm.
of? Like something like, you know, the very first thing that me and you would comment about, like if we were over there,
I'll
Yeah.
tell you the first thing I commented about was we
minus the
came
dudes.
we
I know you're into that lumberjack look now, bro. So minus the dudes, minus the dudes.
we got into Minnesota and we pull a new gas station. The girl's like, "You want a beg?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "You
You
want a
want to
beg?
beg?
You want a beg?" I'm like, I literally like it was about a minute. I was like, "What?
Beg?
What did
Beg
you
for
just say?"
what?
She's like, a beg," and she pulls up a bag, and I was like, "Oh, a bag," and she's like, "Yeah, a bag." Like, okay, no,
Oh, my
I don't want
God.
one. Just walked out of there. So that's like, there's a few different things. Like
Did they make you show your receipt though?
they did not. Nope.
Oh, there you go.
The good people of Minnesota.
Them and their popping bags.
They're popping bags.
Yeah, dude. So are you out there? I'm sure they spotted you from a mile away. They knew you were an out of towner, right?
No, dude, I look like everybody else out here.
Mhm.
That is true. But I mean, even
Everybody
now,
else.
even from like the way you carry yourself, or like just like your slang or anything. I mean, I know you did
Just
grow up in the hoods of the East
just
Bay over
this
here.
right here.
No.
Just this right here. That's it, man. Otherwise, like, I'm short compared to most guys around here.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that right? They're
Yeah.
hella tall out there?
Yeah, they're hella tall. They don't say hella, by the way. And they're all hockey players.
Mm.
Dude, they got hockey rinks set up in parks. So they just fill them with ice and then like smooth them out or whatever. So
Yeah.
just in parks, like everybody's about hockey out here.
You get into any
So
hockey?
you've been doing a lot of swiping right then, huh?
Mhm.
Fuck you. No.
Oh
If
shit!
if
I
ho-
did go
if
to I
hockey
did
ain't
go
in the
to
bio.
I did go to an amateur hockey game. We took the kids out there. It was pretty cool. There was we weren't expecting it to be like as big as it was for such a small arena.
Mhm.
Like yeah, hockey's exciting. I'll give them that, but
Nice.
I don't know.
Would
I'm more a
hockey.
football guy.
Are you watching hockey on TV, or is it more of an in
No,
person
There you
thing
go.
for you?
no, it's in person. I'd have to see it in person.
Nino,
Well,
you're
now,
a hockey fan though, right? Like
yeah, I was gonna
you'll
say
watch it
now
on
now's
TV,
the
right?
time you could become a Wilds fan, dude.
Yeah, so we went and saw their amateur team, which is
Mhm.
like their minor league team, which is probably 20 minutes away.
Oh,
So
no
we
way.
went
There you
there.
go.
My buddy had free tickets and like free beer and food and all that. So we went and checked
That's
that
it.
out. It
That's
was
like one of
cool.
those.
It was kind of
Yeah,
funny
man.
because like, so there's a guy like sitting there in the stands with his kid, like his 2-year-old in his arms or
Mhm.
whatever, infant, whatever it was. And fucking hockey puck comes flying by and he just fucking
Mhm.
grabs it out the air with his one hand.
No
He's still holding
shit.
he's still holding the stick.
No shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's
barehanded
crazy,
it.
dude. I think that would be crazy if you were like a Minnesota Wilds fan, because then you'd be like a Niner fan, an Oakland A's fan,
Yeah,
a
right.
Phoenix Suns fan, and then like a Minnesota
A
Wilds fan.
Minnesota
Like,
Wild.
yeah,
Yeah.
people are like, where the fuck are you from, bro? Where are
Yeah.
you from? That you got like all these. I couldn't think of a crazier combination for like a fan like
I think
of
Jose and
different
I
teams.
talked about it years ago. We said, I'm a Sunny 49er Shark. Right?
There you go.
So you got the A's, Niners,
Yeah,
Sharks. So
That is
there you
true,
go.
man. That is true.
do we cut it out?
What's
You
up?
started up. You're recording. Who's recording? Who's recording?
Recording.
We're 8 minutes in,
Matt
baby.
is. Or
There you
are
go.
you? Whatever.
I don't know. Well,
Out.
Matt just cut out.